Hello. Here we are. It is early.
So early, dude.
It is early.
So early, dude.
It is 5 a.m. Right
Eastern
in the middle.
Standard Time. 5
Right in
a.m.
the
should be
middle.
outlawed.
That's when I have to go to work every day with the shoe job is 5 a.m.
Yeah. 5
All right.
a.m. should be outlawed.
It used to be earlier in my other places of employment. It used to be earlier.
Yeah, I used to do that too. I can't no more. I mean, I have to be up at 5 for the shoot job. I don't have to be there at 5. 5 a.m. is the worst time in the world. But it is the best time slot of this 24-hour stream here at the Main Event Wrestling Network. Hope if you're still up, you've got plenty of coffee, caffeine, you're ready to rock and roll. Because we're here for the next hour or so.
Yeah.
Hanging out. So we're going to rock this thing beard style, but over on the Main Event Wrestling. Maybe we should do the proper introduction thing. You should definitely follow the stream. Apparently, if we get enough subs, Paperclip Mike is going to shave his head, and Lord knows I'd love to see that.
That's what I saw. He might not be the only person going bald this weekend, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. But I am Pluggo. That is JPJ. You know this gentleman. He's on here every Thursday. I just do some social media work for this lovely network, and I come on every once in a while too. But yeah,
yes.
Hey, how's it going?
We are the Beards.
We are.
If you know, you know, as the kids say.
And but if you don't know, follow us.
Correct. But we are here. We are smack dab not starting off the Saturday morning, but we are smack dab in the Saturday morning of our 24-hour main event marathon stream. You can follow us right here, mainevent_net on Twitter. I'm not going to call it the other name ever in my life.
Does anybody
out, right there.
But I mean, outside of when we watch Raw or whatever, definitely Michael Cole says X, like professional. But anybody that's not in a professional capacity that has any kind of affiliation, nobody calls it X. We call it Twitter. We still call it Twitter. I still call it a tweet. It's not even called tweeting anymore. It's posting.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're about. But yeah, give this a follow. Give this a subscribe. Donate. There's a link up at the chat right there. Do all this fun stuff. But we're here for like I said, the next hour. We got some Owen Hart Cup bracketology going down. Double or Nothing weekend. Saturday night's main event. It's a crazy weekend.
It's a crazy weekend, and that's what we're really going to break down today. You can consider this the Beards Bracketology breakdown special. That's what you have here. We're going to go through. Yes, this is the official. This is exactly what will happen in these tournaments, by the way. So go gamble.
Even though we have different outcomes.
Well, what I say is actually what's going to happen. You know that I'm usually right. Okay. We know that I'm usually right. Listen, it is what it is. But that's what we're going to do today. We are going to break down the men's and women's Owen Hart Memorial Tournament brackets. Obviously, we'll sprinkle some Double or Nothing things in there as well, because some of these matches are happening tomorrow night at Double or Nothing. But that is what we are going to do. You can also click right above Pluggo's pretty head right there. You can click or do that QR code right there, and it will bring you to everything you need as far as following us and supporting us on this stream. And send in those subs, get those subs, give us a follow, click those bells, do all them whistles.
You know, because
we have great content, almost daily, weekly, just multiple things of great content. So
yeah, you said subs, and I got to thinking at this hour, there's not any good breakfast subs. You don't see a lot of breakfast subs.
I don't know if this is.
You see breakfast burritos. You see,
So you're telling me that you're okay. So I will say not every sub shop. I assume you have sub shops everywhere. Right?
Sure.
I mean, we have sub shops out there.
Yeah, we've got some sub shops, mainly out of the chain.
New England, we have a lot of sub shops, not just chain. We have a lot of sub shops, and I would say 75% of them do serve egg subs.
Okay.
So you can get an egg and egg and ham sub or an egg and cheese. You can get, but on a submarine.
Like I used to work at Subway, and I can't remember.
They did eggs for a bit, didn't they?
They did eggs for. I don't know if they do anymore or not, but they. Yeah. But again, you don't just see it. I would throw down a 12-inch bacon, egg, and cheese sub.
I mean, yeah, I mean that'd be fine. But I mean, bacon, egg, and cheese on. Now is bacon. So now before we start the bracketology, this is our breakfast special. So this is a Beard's breakfast bracketology special. Is bacon your preferred? Like if you're having a breakfast sandwich, you are taking bacon.
I think you got to, right? Like sausage.
Oh, I don't know. Sausage is
awesome, right? But it can be hit or miss, right? Depending on.
What about a ham? I love a ham.
I feel like you could screw up sausage easier than you can screw up bacon.
I don't know. You get some flimsy bacon, bro.
I like a nice chewy bacon, dude.
What? You don't like the crispy?
I like it all. I'm fat. I like it all, but I don't.
Yeah, but the chewy bacon, a certain way, the texture could be. Because the egg is soft, so you need that. The cheese is soft. You need that crisp to come in there to give it some texture.
Sure. In the chat, drop us your meat of choice for breakfast. Yeah. Listen, I'll eat it all.
I like a good
ham, sausage, all of it.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't eat is corned beef hash because that shit's gross.
Wait a minute. Now that is just.
It's gross.
Listen. You are entitled to your opinion, but that is just factually incorrect. That's a factually incorrect.
Listen. I didn't like it as a kid. I like.
That's fine. You can say I don't like it.
Listen, it's gross.
Well, you think it's gross.
I'm sure there's other people that agree with me in the chat. Team
corned beef hash is delicious. Now, don't get me wrong.
All the parts of corned beef hash are good. You put it together, it sucks.
It's delicious. It's salty, beefy. No, you put a runny egg in it. You get a runny egg and you mix it all together. You slap it on some toast. Oh, baby, come on now. No way.
No, you are nuts. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about it. Like I've tried it as a kid. I tried it as an adult, thinking I was just being a whiny little kid. It is gross.
All right.
Maybe I'm not having proper, but it ain't right. I don't know what it is. I'm telling you what. Hot takes kitty.
You think you know a guy. You think you know a guy.
You think you know me? On this day, we stream for 24 hours.
Can I just say something quickly? On Dynamite, or technically Collision, whatever part of the show it was, they cut a promo in the back, sitting on some steps, and it was a good vignette. But the way that Copeland came across, he was like, you watched us basically grow up. We're going to have a visitor here. Somebody wants some breakfast. Somebody wants some breakfast. But all right. So Copeland basically says FTR's trying to ruin our bond that we have with you because you've watched us our whole careers and all that stuff and things like that. And my thought process was, and I could be 100% mistaken, but didn't Copeland and Christian they're the ones that said Lou. They said if we lose, we won't be a team anymore. That wasn't FTR that said that.
I think that was right.
That was Copeland and Christian that came up with that stipulation, and that enticed FTR to accept. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I would imagine. Why would FTR accept otherwise? And that just makes me think that Cope and Christian are going to be a team for a little while longer.
I don't know. Just the way Copeland was talking on Dynamite this week is he was just saying they're trying to ruin that and do this. I'm like, no, the reason why it's
Let's be fair though. Let's be completely honest here. Sometimes Cope just be saying things for the sake of saying things. Sometimes he goes sometimes he goes like this on a promo and stuff, and I have trouble staying with him. Maybe he forgot exactly what went down. I mean, I don't know. But that's just Cope for you these days. He just loves to just be, he'd be saying stuff because he just says it in that serious, like Adam Copeland voice, and you're just like, whatever, man.
Yep, I agree. Lou's getting into something over here. I don't know what he's getting into, but he's getting into something.
He's partying, dude. He's team no corned beef hash. He said, "Don't feed me that stuff,
sir.
Don't feed me that junk."
Unbelievable. Doesn't he know I'm recording something? That we're taking care of business here. But all right, where do you want to start? Now we have the brackets. They've been released. you and I have our picks. We got some nifty graphics we're going to show on the screen with our picks, and we're going to break down this puppy in total. So, did you want to start with the women? Did you want to start with the men? Where do you want to go here?
How you feeling? I mean, which one has the most intrigue?
I'm going to be honest with you.
I think the men have the most.
I think
intrigue.
the men, yes. My thing is, and obviously we got some terrible news on Dynamite about Willow Nightingale.
Yes. We'll start with the women then. Let's do that. Yeah.
So she hurt herself in her TBS title defense against Red Velvet. So she announced on Dynamite that not only does she have to withdraw from the Owen tournament, but she also had to relinquish the TBS title, which is super, super shitty. That just stinks. Willow's awesome. It stinks when anybody gets injured, but Willow's just awesome. And that dramatically, okay, when the women's bracket was announced, for me, I was a little underwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I felt there was a supreme lack of star power in it.
That's fair. Well, they gotta, I mean, that comes back to too. Mercedes isn't there, which, spoiler, we'll talk about her. Tony's not there. Like, that's two people right there that should be in this thing every year. Willow's now out with injury.
And then everybody that obviously Tekla's not going to be involved. She's the champion, but like Statlander's in the title match, Hater's in the title match. So like there are other big names that could have been in this. And like for me, right, like I mainly watch WWE and AEW. Like if I can catch something, in a new, I will. But like three of the people in this tournament, I know who they are. Like I don't know much. I know Persephone, but what I've seen of Persephone has been what I've seen in AEW or Ring of Honor with Persephone. I don't know anything about Hazuki. I think it's a Stardom person. I don't want to misspeak, but I don't know anything about her. And I know Sarie, but I only know Sarie from her terrible NXT run, where she didn't even really nothing. So I don't. So I look at this bracket and I'm like, oh, there are three people in this bracket that like I'm not. And again, I'm not saying I can't become familiar, and I will. But like I don't know. That to me was just kind of like okay.
Yeah, I if we're being honest right now, the women's division has got a lot of great things going for it, but it's also in this weird, like, nothing's really cooking like it was, a few months back, 6 months back. Like, it feels like they're kind of in this waiting period, and the Willow injury absolutely crushes a lot. Because before that, I'm thinking Willow's going to repeat it. She could have won it last year, right? Yeah, she won it. Repeat this thing, win it again, be a 2-time Owen. Like, it just felt like that's what we were setting up. And now we're scrambling a little bit. Scramble, eggs, breakfast, 5 a.m., 6, whatever, till 6. That's where we're going to be. I can't believe you guys are still awake. For those that have been here the long haul.
Yeah.
I would say Kyle's probably pulling his hair out right now, but he doesn't have any. So, hi, Kyle.
Yeah, that is true. I
should probably be nice to the guy that.
You probably should.
Let's us do these things.
Yeah. So when it came to this bracket, before the Willow announcement on Wednesday, I had a completely different winner. Completely different. I was hitching my wagons to Athena, and I had Athena winning the whole damn thing. Pluggo.
You still could. You still could.
I still could, but with the news of. Because I had Willow in the I had Athena and Willow in the finals.
It's fair.
That was my final, and I had Athena winning. But
I'm honestly shocked Harley Cameron didn't make this field and have her on the same side as Athena Willow. Yeah, and have that as a potential just for funsies thing. But
yeah. And then, so obviously,
do we need to expand this field to 24? College football
soon enough. There'll be 107.
Yeah. Do we need to expand this field like other brackets that love to do that? Because I feel like 8 is. You could have probably gone 12 to maybe 16. You probably could, but then again, that's what the Continental Classics or for more of that kind of wrestling.
Yeah.
So this is just a fun little thing we do here in the summer.
Yeah. And so I assume, obviously, on your end, when Willow was in this tournament, you might have been going a different way. Because obviously that's, you and I agree.
I think if Willow was in this tournament, and the news about Persephone that's kind of been rumbling around that there's a certain company kind of interested in her once her dual deal runs out here. I thought maybe Persephone had a run at the finals. She still might. I still have her. We'll pull the brackets up. I think we both have her at winning the first round matchup. So I could have seen her maybe make a finals run. But yeah, so with injury, and you have to pull somebody from your card, the rule of thumb is you better over-deliver who was in that spot.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be anybody less than Willow Nightingale because we'll be disappointed and we'll be bummed out because you're calling it a wild card spot. So, in the chat, let us know who you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
In the wild card spot, and how do you want to do this? You want to pull up your...
I was going to say, well, I'm going to pull up yours.
Sure, pull up my first round picks, and I'll compare them to yours. So this is who I have winning in the first round. I got Persephone, and I got Mercedes Moné as the wild card. Because like I said, I think you have to over-deliver here. So I got Persephone and Mercedes on one end. I've got Athena beating out Mina, which is now a double or nothing match for for tomorrow. I was going to say later today, but it's only Saturday. And I've got Sky Blue with an upset because every tournament needs an upset. And Sky Blue will do just that.
Okay.
You got to have an upset somewhere. It's a tournament.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The point.
Yeah. We have somewhat similar choices as I pull up my bracket. I have Persephone as well. I do think Persephone is going to make a strong run in this tournament. I think they're going to try to focus on her for reasons you said. I think she is going to be a hot commodity once she is available. And I think AEW is going to use this tournament to kind of show her how they value her a bit. And I'm going to be honest with you. I had a tough time originally before the Willow injury. I had a tough time with that Persephone Willow match because I thought Persephone could have made a run to the finals. Probably still can, but because of that side of the bracket and now Willow being out, I also have Mercedes Moné as the wild card. I think that sets up a nice rematch with Alex Windsor in the first round. Windsor, who I like. But I had her losing to Willow as well, so I think she's going to stay on the losing end there. And it also sets up another rematch with Persephone, who was an opponent along the rise and fall. See, like this tournament to me now, if Mercedes is that wild card pluggo, you have a first round rematch with Windsor, you have a second round rematch with Persephone, and then you have the potential of a big time rematch with Athena in the finals. So like Mercedes has, even though she's not even originally, we don't even know if she's still going to be in this thing. She has the most stories in this whole tournament without her even really being officially in it yet.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And I don't know what Mercedes is doing, if she's just taking time off. I know she was running around dropping these belts so we could get back to just, normal Mercedes Moné instead of Ultima Moné. But if I am Tony Khan and I've got my Owen Hart tournament sitting there and I had a story built in with one of the most likable people in the world who is going for back-to-back wins, which would have been enough for me. Would have been a perfect story for me. Can Willow do it again? You call up Mercedes and say, hey, what are you doing? Can you come back early? Look how this is laid out for you. Mm-hmm. We could really do something here. We could do a lot of callbacks here. You could get a couple of wins back here. Other than that, I don't know who you would put in the spot.
Well, I was going to say, we hear her name brought up somewhat often. What about Britt Baker?
Listen, man. You know me. I'm Team DMD. She's back here somewhere.
Yeah.
But until I see her face come out that entrance ramp, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. There's obviously probably a big story there. There's probably a lot more to it than we know, but why not? I would be happy with Britt Baker making a return here and even getting a win over Alex Windsor. Now, listen, Windsor's in the tag. I know. Jamie Hayter's in the main event scene right now, trying to get a title, but they are tailor made for this a tag team match with Divine Dominion.
Yeah, for sure.
So you could pull again. Alex Windsor, you tell the story. She was preparing for X, Y, and Z. She ends up having the wild card match. She gets picked off, and I don't think anybody thinks the wiser of it. But yeah, Britt would be great. Thunder Rosa, we saw on Wednesday. I think she might be great.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I mean, I still don't know the story with Toni Storm and why she's out, but I don't know if she's ready to come back. Based on the reports we saw, it wasn't going to be in 2026, so yeah. I don't think she's a viable option. I don't know any free agents that are viable options right now. So that's the three right there: Thunder, Britt, Mercedes. And why wouldn't you call Mercedes, right?
Yeah. Well, speaking of the CEO, you and I, in the women's side of things, you and I agree. We only had one difference. You have Sky Blue upsetting Serena. I just have it for and again, I know AEW doesn't really always fall. I just have it for the babyface heel factor on that side.
Oh, sure.
Of things with Athena and her.
I like the idea. I like the idea of Athena and Sky Blue, though, having to wrestle each other because they were just teaming up on Wednesday. And so they think that they're going to be like buddies, and Athena just. Yeah. Because listen, Athena, whether we like it or not, man, she teeters on face. She's a tweener, dude. People love her. Can I ask real quick, are we ever going to just pull the trigger on her losing that ROH championship and coming up?
Well, I thought
coming up to Dynamite where she properly belongs because she just keeps winning that thing.
I mean, I thought, they just had an event last week and there was a multi-person match. I thought that was a perfect way for it to go down. But listen, we have the same final.
So we only need
we have Mercedes Moné and Athena, would be an anticipated rematch when they had the first match, which was in
Mercedes. She can't even look at her. She can't even look at her because she knows what's about to happen.
Yeah. That is our final.
Who do you got winning? Who do you got winning? I didn't tell you who I had winning. I just made a final.
I mean, listen. If she's coming back, I think she's coming back as a babyface. I think she's going to win this as a babyface. I think she's going to go to All In as a babyface and face Tekla. And I think that she's finally, I had always said, and obviously, because we talk all the time, but I had always said that I thought the first time Mercedes was going to win the AEW Women's Championship, she was going to be a babyface. And I think she's been gone a decent amount of time enough, and bringing her back under these circumstances that she can come back as at least a tweener at best or babyface.
Oh, she's getting a pop.
She's going to get a pop.
I think it's if she wants to be a face, it's up to her.
Yeah. And I think naturally, if she wins this tournament, which I am picking, again, I had Athena winning originally with no injuries. I had Athena. Yeah. But I think that the injury and having to have a wild card, and I'm expecting it to be her. I don't really see who else it could be. Like you could have made an argument in this tournament that Willow was the biggest star in the tournament, and they just lost her. Like you said, you got to come with fire. And to me, the only two names that would create that are Britt or Mercedes. Those are the only two.
Yeah, you gotta catch a buzz here. You got to no disrespect to anyone else on that women's roster, but when you have a wild card spot and you lose a big name, you gotta come. Just be devastating. The tournament. You got Mercedes, huh?
I have Mercedes winning and then eventually winning the title against Tekla at All In.
Okay, I got no other. You want to make Mercedes Moné a babyface? She makes a run to the finals, and everybody goes, "Oh shoot, here we go again." And then Tekla and company, they come help out, and they secure the win for Athena, thinking that they're friends and all. So I'm taking Athena to win the Women's Owen Cup. I don't hate yours, but I think that's how we cement Mercedes Moné as a babyface, is getting screwed over in the finals.
That's okay.
And then we'll end up with some triple threat. Because listen, Tony Khan, all of a sudden, he's been throwing these multi-women matches out in the main event or the world title scene lately. So what's wrong with the triple threat at All In?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Mercedes, Athena, Tekla. Easy way to get it off of Tekla, where she kind of.
Or you could just have Athena beat Tekla, and then you get Mercedes and Athena again, but for the title.
But I'd like to see Athena just not have her time in ROH. It's been great, but we gotta figure that out. We got down. We got to figure that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we'll get
there. So that's what we're thinking on the women's side of things. Now, the men's side, you and I differed here a bit.
A little bit. I got different. I got some thoughts on that. But you're currently watching the 24-hour main event Wrestling Network stream. Make sure you sub. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. A lot of people put in a lot of hard work, or are about to put in a lot of hard work for the rest of the day. We're doing the early morning slot because we're, I don't know, because
we like torture.
We just like torture. So go. But if you've been here since the 8 o'clock, you're still here now. You're a trooper. If you're gonna do the whole 24 hours, man, hats off to you. You guys are tougher than I am. But show some love to all the people that are on this stream, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
gonna be on the road to 400.
We sure are. It's the second annual. Once is the second one? Can you say annual?
I got to be completely upfront and honest. I was not a part of the network for the first one.
I wasn't either.
So I don't know if it's an annual event or if this is just the second one they've decided to do. But either way,
got it.
Part 2, Electric Boogaloo with the beards makes it better.
I agree.
We weren't on the first one, so technically this is the first one.
It is.
Is that how we're gonna operate?
That's how I'm gonna say it. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, let's hop over to the men's. I'll show my bracket first for the men's. Overall, I think that the men's. I think once you saw the men's bracket, it was very story driven from the get-go. You know what I mean? Like, we had seen the Swerve and Bandito thing kind of unfolding before we knew they were facing each other in the first round. The Samoa Joe, Will Ospreay thing with the Death Riders and the Ops, that was happening before we found out they were in the first round. And as you kind of go through these brackets, there's some pretty cool opportunity for some cool matches here. So, nope, wrong one. Here we go. Bless. This is my men's bracket. On the top left, obviously, we've seen this building for a little bit here with Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay. I think this match at Double or Nothing is a show stealer match with Joe and Will. But as you saw on Wednesday on that Dynamite Collision, that promo that Ospreay cut, that was very needed. I feel like that should have happened a few weeks ago. That was the type of the promo that everybody's like, all right, like, this is All In, his country. He's fighting for his country. He's fighting for his dream. Like, that was a great, great promo by Ospreay. I have him beating Samoa Joe. This one on the bottom left I had trouble with because Mark Davis just defeated Jack Perry to win that national championship. And now we have a rematch. And I almost was leaning Jack Perry getting revenge here, but I just think I think the United Empire, Mark Davis, Don Callis family, Will Ospreay, United Empire, there's a lot of history there. Good guy versus bad guy. I know I'm old school and I'm a sucker when it comes to that good guy versus bad guy.
I didn't even think about that with mine. So great pull. I wouldn't even think of that.
So I got Ospreay and Davis in that semifinal on the left.
That's a good semifinal.
And then on the right, I really badly wanted Brodito to fight each other in the second round, like a friendship. Like, hey, may the best man win. We love each other, but let's go out there and fucking hump. I really wanted to do that, but I can't pick against Swerve, bro. I can't pick against Swerve. He's just, So I have Swerve and Bandito. I think come Monday morning, we might all be saying that was the best match on Double or Nothing. I got Swerve winning, and then I have Brody King defeating Claudio, and which is going to be a hard-hitting Hoss type fight. And then we get a nice little rematch from Dynasty, I believe it was. We get a nice little rematch with Swerve and Brody.
Which I spelled wrong on this. It autocorrected to Brody with an IE.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Whoops.
And then I think we get Swerve and Brody on the right side. So I think that's my final four is Ospreay, Mark Davis, Swerve, and Brody King.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. And then we go on over to yours, and you can talk through. Wow. See, you're a lot different. You went a lot different.
Right. Mark Davis and Jungle Jack pair. I'm going to start there for the reasons I don't know why. I just don't see Jack losing twice. I don't know if that sets up a national championship opportunity for old Jungle Jack there. He could say, hey, I want a shot now. Maybe they make it for that title because Mark Davis, he won that thing and nobody even knows about it. I guess Google exists, right?
Yeah.
And then I got Swerve like you do. I can't pick against Swerve. And
Bandito, that's why you picked Samoa Joe.
All right. Okay. So the reason I went
has got to be the overwhelming favorite in this.
The reason I went this way, and you can take this down if you want, and we can talk through it together. Okay. So that way I can get your opinions and see your face while we do this.
You just want to see my face, don't you?
That too. So this Ospreay Death Rider story has been a lot of fun.
I love it.
I've loved it. It's been great. As I'm dying, but it's missing one thing. It's missing like a Will Ospreay not willing to go to the depths of a Death Rider, right? It's missing that that movie scene where he's like, I told you, and you divide us, and now you've taken that L, and what a bigger spot to do it here than this match. And then whenever they do the Claudio Brody match, Claudio somehow claws one out, and he's like, that's what we're talking about. These tournaments are do or die. I'm trying to teach you how to be a killer out here, and you let Samoa Joe off the hook. Because listen, we're acting like Samoa Joe is some slouch here. I got something in my throat. I'm going to die here. Hold on.
Hydrate, bro.
And then it works twofold too, because Samoa Joe was trying to recruit Will Ospreay. I just feel like we're missing that piece of like Will's been going along with everything Mox is saying, but when the going gets tough in that match, and Samoa Joe is going to get him in the weeds, and it's going to get physical, it's going to get dirty, it's going to get violent. Is Will willing to do that? Is Will willing to go there? And I think he won't. And I think it sets up this really interesting conversation of like, either you're all in, Will, or you're all out, my man. Like, you can't just pick and choose the Death Rider stuff that we're giving you. You either need to live it or be out. That's kind of my thought. I could absolutely be wrong, but I also know that if we sat here for an hour and completely agreed on all the picks, there would be no conversation to be had. But he is the overall favorite, but overall favorites, as we know, do take losses from time to time.
They do. I guess it all depends on what happens, and we're going to get to this because we haven't talked to we're going to go through our final matchups first. I guess it all really depends on what the direction coming out of Double or Nothing is with the championship for me. Because to me, I look at it, and the reason I brought up the promo on Wednesday is that was the first time that Will mentioned how important it is for him to win the title in London, in his hometown at All In. Yeah. Why that's so important for him. And I feel like he purposefully has not won the world title up, and obviously the injury delayed it a bit in the surgery and things like that. But I think there was a lot of purpose as to why he didn't, because when he first got to AEW, you could have strapped him with that title very early on. He was so hot and the matches were good. Like, you could have easily done it and everybody would have been on board and it would have been, yep, okay, this makes sense. But they didn't. And they had to go a different way with him. And I think it was because they were waiting for this moment to give him the title in his home country, like literally like a hero's victory of sorts. Yeah. So that's don't get me wrong. I love me some chaos. But I just feel like that would be such a missed opportunity, like almost to the point of a regretful one.
Right. But I also don't think, again, that's in August. We got some time.
But you don't want
to. Could you imagine? Wednesday night. I know, 100%. I'm with you. But could you imagine Wednesday night they do that callback to Dynamite or Double or Nothing? It's Ospreay, it's Moxley. They're in the back, and he goes, simple. All he has to say is, "All right, what now, Will? That was your shot. That was your ticket. Guess what? Life's not easy. What you gonna do about it?" And you got to go take. You want an opportunity in London at that title? Go take it. You know what I mean? Like, again, and I could be absolutely wrong. I was just trying to look at this from a different angle and a different perspective of like the Will Ospreay road to London it's a story that tells itself, but it's a story that like we all know he wins the Owen, he goes on to London, he wins the title, right? Yeah. Where's the adversity? Where the neck injury is the adversity, and I understand that, but I meant in story of like what we're doing right now. Where's the speed bump? Where's the hiccup? Because that's compelling to me. If you are the babyface in this scenario, which he still is, and you get too cute against Samoa Joe and he picks you off, okay, how are you going to get there? Now, how are you going to get there in London? And then we'll see. I mean, I'm probably 1,000% wrong.
Well,
it is 5:30 in the morning, JPJ.
It's fair. But so, all right. So you have a championship in this tournament. You have Swerve Strickland going against Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm. I sure do. My final is that because I don't think Jack Perry can handle Samoa Joe after beating Mark Davis, and then I've got Swerve taking out Claudio. Little Death Rider's revenge there, and then a Death Rider taking a loss. I don't think we have two Death Rider guys affiliates losing. I just have it reversed to you. I don't know who I have. I'm struggling. This one is tough. Swerve would make a ton of sense here. Swerve, and then whoever's the champion heading into London. But I don't count out Joe. I'm going to go with Swerve winning the Owen this year. Okay. Just because he's the most dangerous man in AEW. And depending on who is still the champ at that point, that's a match that writes itself. And if Will Ospreay wanted to interject himself into that, he absolutely could. Mm-hmm. Swerve, Ospreay, and whoever's the champ. I mean, they're not going to do that. It's going to be a one-on-one match. But again, Will Ospreay, take what's yours, my man. In my scenario, go out there, take your opportunity.
So I have, as you can imagine, this is my final.
That's money.
I think I have the rematch, Ospreay, Swerve. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, with no Hangman there. And obviously, these are the top two contenders to me. Obviously, MJF is going for the title tomorrow night. But, like, these are the next two guys to me. And I have this match is going to be incredible at Forbidden Door. Was their first match at Forbidden? Where did they fight their first? Was that at Forbidden Door, too?
If Auntie Collins is in the chat, she'll go, Google is free.
I know. I just, I can Google it. I'm just going to pretend.
I don't remember, but sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. It was a banger.
Either way, it's a rematch. It's going to be terrific. And I have Will Ospreay winning the Owen. Was in the final last year in that great match with Hangman. Sure. And just came up short, which he mentioned in the promo on Wednesday. And I just think,
there's a lot of history between those two. Good, bad, ugly. I love it. I don't think I definitely, like, if I was sitting in the chat, I'd be like, JPJ's brackets probably makes more sense. But I just had to go a little off the path because we can't have a bracketology show on a 24-hour stream where I'll go, Yep. That would be no fun. Even though it's 5 a.m., that'd be no fun.
That's fair. And then another reason why I'm going the Ospreay route is because I feel like come tomorrow night at the end of Double or Nothing, Maxwell Jacob Friedman will once again, for the third time, be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And then that thing that you're looking for with Moxley and Ospreay, I think on the journey from Forbidden Door to All In is when Moxley's going to be like, okay, you won that tournament, but MJF is a completely different animal because he will stoop to the lowest of, he will do whatever it takes to win. So are you going to do whatever it takes to beat him?
I got Darby Allin winning.
And again, but that would make sense if Swerve wins the title. If Swerve would, because Swerve and Darby, Seattle guys, mega heel, mega champion, baby, like that makes sense. So that's why I kind of wanted to lean into our picks for the main event tomorrow night, because I think that matters. Because part of the reason, obviously, with the story of Ospreay in London and that too, but like another part of the reason is, to me, if you're crowning this guy, there is no more impactful guy he can beat than MJF. I feel like MJF has to be the guy that Ospreay beats when he finally wins that title, because he is the most impactful guy to beat.
Yeah. And just for those that are wondering, if you want super duper in-depth analysis of the Double or Nothing card, there are plenty of other awesome Kicking Out podcasts later on. They're doing a full preview. The On the Mark pod, they're doing a full preview. We're going to have a mixer.
Yeah, and we're going to dive into it a little bit.
We'll dabble a little bit, but if you want full-blown analysis on it, trust me, there's plenty to be had today. I actually have Darby Allin retaining a Double or Nothing, because I'm telling you what, and MJF, can we curse on? Yes, he fucking knows that him being bald would feed families.
That's money.
And there's a fun thing. There's a person that has not been seen in quite some time that MJF took away something from him that could possibly show up.
Oh, you think we're getting a Hangman?
It could secure. Because that's them. Yeah, helps Darby win this thing so MJF can't have it, and helps shave him bald. I think Hangman Page returns at Double or Nothing and screws over MJF to get a little revenge for taking away his opportunity to ever challenge for the world title ever again.
I don't hate that.
That's my ending to Double or Nothing.
I don't hate it.
And I'm slowly becoming more and more of a Darby guy. But every week, that speedball match, fucked.
Let me I was in the building.
I know you were.
I was in the building.
He is putting on some bangers.
I'm going to tell you this. We're not going to dive deep into it. I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this with my whole heart. This is the best AEW title reign in like probably since MJF's first one. That's how I feel. I thought Swerve's
or even like Moxley's first one was pretty solid too. But but it's
like,
up there.
You know what I mean? Like I think it was better. It was better than MJF's last reign. I think it was better than the Hangman reign before that.
It's definitely better than Joe's race.
Yeah, this title reign that Darby is doing, and he's doing it. You're talking 7 or 8 title defenses in like 24 days or some crazy ass number.
They literally talk. He literally goes, "Oh, there's guys like Pluggo on the internet being like, I'm a one-trick pony. Watch this shit."
Yeah, and he's having all different types. He's having all different types of matches. Like he had a more brutal match with Brody King. He had the classic with Ciampa. He had a great one with Takeshita. The Speedball one was great. The Kevin Knight one, like they're all different type of matches.
And if he can get through MJF, Roosh is next.
And he's got Roosh waiting for him.
Yeah, dude. So I kind of want to see that.
It's I think Darby, and again, I'm not gonna say he's not my favorite by any means and stuff like that. But when he won the title, I felt like, all right, like this has been a long time coming. Like, let's see how it goes. And I think he shut a lot of people up.
But you got him losing on Sunday. Listen,
I do.
All right.
Sorry, man.
I got him winning. Weird.
I think quite a few people actually have him winning.
Yeah.
So
I think a bald MJF feeds families. And I think he knows it. I think he's playing it up.
MJF does seem like the kind of guy that would do it though. Like he's that he loves that so much that he will do it.
And again, it's a perfect endorsement for whoever did those plugs. That they'll grow back.
They'll grow right back. I was lucky enough to be sitting when he, at the end of the title match, when Kevin Knight ran him off through the crowd before he came back and attacked Darby. He came right to my section, and he was like probably 4 or 5 people over, and the stuff he was saying to those fans, I was laughing my ass off.
Ooh.
But there were a couple fans that were probably like in their like mid-20s that were like, you're gonna be like, they were going, you're gonna be ball, and he's like, oh, but it was the back and forth was it was really really good. It was very entertaining. And then he kind of just walked around and was just talking crap to everybody, and then he obviously came back and did the spot and stuff like that. But yeah, listen, I would not be angry at all if Darby Allin won tomorrow night and beat MJF. That would not upset me. I think that would be deserved. Darby's killing it, man.
Oh yeah.
But they teased last week on Collision when he had another good match with Sammy Guevara. He passed out when he had the Scorpion Deathlock on, and they started talking about on commentary like, oh, this is starting to catch up with him and stuff. And I just think that is going to be a factor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Obviously, you wouldn't talk about it if it's not going to be a factor. I don't know. And when Darby won the thing, granted, I didn't think we were going to get this type of really just tremendous title reign. But I never thought he was going to. I thought this is the type of guy Darby is. Like, he's going to have it, he's going to sprint with it, and eventually he's going to hit a brick wall. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be like some long, 3, 4, 5 months. Like, I was always like, oh, Max will win it back in a month.
Yeah, but can he win? Can he hit the brick wall next Wednesday against Rush?
Yeah,
bald MJF, dude.
Yeah, look,
I think for an opportunity to shave MJF's head, I think I would be okay with that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'd be shocked if Darby made it to London. We'll just say that, but as AW World Champ, because that is a long time at this pace that he's on.
Yeah, he would have to stop.
In storyline, this is a crazy pace. Even again, just as I'm talking just kayfabe sense, this is a crazy pace to be on for a wrestler.
Yeah,
so it would catch up to him sooner or later. But anyway, let's burn through this card real quick and make some picks so that we can at least put them on record here on this main event 24-hour wrestling.
Let me pull it up, brother.
Extravaganza. While he's pulling it up, keep it locked here. Jay Gold will be joining up next in the 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock hour. We got, like I said, all sorts of stuff going on here today. Tino's going to do some collectibles. He's going to show you some collectibles, dude. I love me some Tino. I love giving Tino a little business about his White Sox fandom, but overall, he's a great dude. Except for that one. Liz, I don't want to hear it.
I know you don't like them. You root for the other team in the city. The White Sox, they got some good young guys.
They are. They did put belts to asses on Saturday night. I think it was on my boys, which whatever.
Yeah. And apparently, their fans can get underneath your prima donnas.
We don't have enough time to talk about that here. I saw your little tweets, bud.
Here's my thing. No. Tweets. Well, no. That is not. No, listen. And I'm only going by the video I saw. And all she said was, you suck.
Oh, no, for sure.
And that, as a pro athlete, that is not the proper response. You listen, and I get it.
But
I'm not saying he doesn't have emotion.
Pierce has a history of talking shit to fans. Is he soft?
One of my Red Sox players, Jaron Duran, has a history of it. And
is he soft?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I will say this. We don't want to dwell on this for too long. I will say this. I agree with you. It was a soft move on PCA's part to clap back at the fan. You only saw what was recorded, so I'm sure it was going on for a minute. But for her to then come out and be like, he ruined my engagement party, you're soft. Yeah, because if you clap at somebody, professional athlete or not, whether we agree with it or not, you always got to expect somebody to clap back. Don't dish it out if you can't take it, and it is ruined shit. That woman's famous now.
Yeah, of course. Like, that part of it is nonsense. And again, I wasn't really even meaning to attack PCA. I was attacking the people that thought that you suck and what he said were even remotely on the same level.
He shouldn't have gone that far. If he would have said you suck back, I would have been like, okay, yeah,
he
went
something
far.
funny and was like, oh, or like, cool, man.
But you know what? He decided to allow an inside the park home run by not fielding it the other night. So it must be living right in his head. He'll get over. I love me some PCA.
He's a great player. He's a great player.
But and you know what? Suck it, White Sox fans.
All right. Let's run through this card here in the next 10 minutes, and then we'll get out of here. We already talked about the main event, so we're not going to go through that again. He's got Darby. I got MJF. That's what we got going on there. On the pre-show, we have 2 announced matches as we are sitting right here.
And Mick Foley will be there.
And
that's
Mick
awesome.
Foley. Well,
Forgot all about it. That's awesome.
That's great. That's great. I'm very excited about that.
I got to love that.
Divine Dominion are having another 5-minute tag team eliminator match on the pre-show. That was announced, I believe, on Thursday. And Zeta Steel and Viva Van are in it. So good for them to get. I know it's the pre-show,
but
they're getting on a pay-per-view.
It's over.
Over and done with there.
Over and done with that.
And then we're also getting a 10-man tag team match. It is Shane Taylor Promotions. We got Shane Taylor, Anthony Ogogo, Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, and Lee Moriarty, taking on the conglomeration, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Boom and Doom, QT Marshall, and Big Boom. Who's Big Justice spearing? Because Shane Taylor pushed the Riz man down last time.
Dude, so I know, and I got beef with Shane for that.
The Riz man got to give him a low blow, or he's got to hit him with the.
I'm hoping the Riz man does. I'd like to see the Riz. I'd like to see Big Justice Spear and Go there. Just get him.
Okay.
Maybe Lee Moriarty. Why not? But yeah, the Riz better get his lick back, dude. But yeah, I'll take the conglomeration on that one. That's just. I think that's just good, clean fun. We'll have a good fun. We'll roll right into the pay-per-view.
I agree. I got Boom and Doom and the conglomeration winning that one as well. There's 3 Owen Hart Cup matches that we've already discussed as well. So we will really just talk about all the other matches happening, which are title matches, with the exception of the match we'll talk about first, the Stadium Stampede, Pluggo, 7-on-7. It is not Chris Jericho. It is just Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, and the Elite Kenny Omega, who was not on Dynamite this week.
No.
Kenny Omega,
Jungle Jack Perry,
Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson. I know. Against the Demand, Ricochet, Bishop Khan, and Toa Leona, the Don Callis family, which is Mark Davis and Andrade El Idolo, and the Dogs, Clark Connors and David Finlay. They had a big tag match on Dynamite, and then everybody got involved, and it turned into this big brawl across. It was a fun time.
Sure, the Don Callis family. Just have the rest of the crew stage throughout the stadium, and then there's no rules, but it's got to be the faces, right?
I think so. I think Jericho hurt. Yeah.
I'm not there's not a whole lot of like real story behind this. I think they're putting it, so I'm not jazzed about it, but I think it's going to be an awesome match, right?
Yeah,
but I think that
they always do.
Yeah.
They always do a really good thing with really good time with those. So I think it's going to be obviously chaos. They're going to be fighting all over the place. I wonder if it'll be like somewhat recorded and live, or they'll just do the whole live bit, because they've kind of done both ways, where sometimes it's half recorded and then they'll kind of make their way to the ring, or kind of how they go about it. But yeah, it should be a hell of a time, that match. And I agree with you. I got the baby faces winning that one. We have a singles match for the AEW International Championship. I would have this open the show. It's the champion, Kazuchika Okada, taking on the challenger and fellow Don Callis family member, Konosuke Takeshita. Pluggo, this has to be the time that they actually do
Crown him. Gotta be. Why not? What if not? What are we waiting for? That's all I'm going to say. If you're not going to do it,
that 5 times already. But
I mean, like, we're finally going to have the match. We're going to do it proper. Like, why not? And then let Okada move on to other things. There's other things he could do. Easy enough. Done. Over. Perfect.
I agree. We have a singles match for the AEW Continental Championship. No time limit once again for Jon Moxley, as he is defending against a guy he just cannot beat, Pluggo. They had a draw on Dynamite. He almost lost again. He was in that ankle lock for like the last 40 seconds or so, just hanging on, and he got to the draw. Kyle O'Reilly. We've seen it. He's had Moxley's number. I think he's beat him at least twice, maybe 3 times. They had the draw.
Yeah, they were really building him up till he got hurt. But I got to go with Mox here because in my little bracket there, it doesn't make sense for Mox to take a loss and then give shit to Will Ospreay for losing. So, yeah, depending on where this falls on the card.
I agree. No, I agree. I have Moxley winning this one as well. I think this is where he does get the victory over Kyle finally to retain. Yeah, that's what I have too. I think this one is. Look at all the matches that we've seen with these two have been good. I think this will follow suit. I expect this to be a really, really good match here. All right, tag team match. I quit match. If Cage and Copeland lose, they must retire as a tag team. It is the champions FTR with Stokely taking on Christian Cage and Adam Copeland. I expect this to be pretty brutal. I expect this to be, weapons galore. I think there's going to be there's some real bad blood. Obviously, the Beth Phoenix stuff, the turns. This is going to be a brutal grudge match fight, and I think we're getting new tag champs. I think it's happening.
Yeah, hold it till All In for sure. Yep. Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Yep, I think we're going to get one last proper title run with Christian Cage and Adam Copeland.
Especially with some of the new teams coming in.
You never know. You get to All In, you get that versus maybe Day of the New or something like that. Or, it could be a good time. It could be a good time. And then the last match we'll talk about quickly. It is a fatal. Nope, not a fatal. Whoops. It is a 4-way match.
Wrong company.
For the AEW Women's World Championship. It is the champion Tekla taking on Hikaru Shida, taking on Jamie Hayter, and taking on Chris Statlander.
All former AEW Women's Champs, right? Shida won it. That's right, yeah.
Yep. All 4 AEW Women's past champions. This match is going to be a lot of fun. These 4. Is this here's my thing. I feel like we've all been waiting for Shida to officially turn on Statlander for like 3 weeks now. Is this the one? Or Statlander somebody?
Yeah, they're gonna fall apart. I think Tekla sneaks this one out. She gets a big win over 3 former champs. And like I said earlier, the Brawling Birds are destined for that tag team championship, and then Stat and Shida can go off. And so yeah, I'll go Tekla one more time.
Yep.
I don't hate it. I don't
either. I agree with you. I think Tekla retains. She finds a way to win and moves forward as I see a bunch of like you said, Hayter and Windsor are tag team title bound. And I think Statlander and Shida are going to have a big time non-title program whenever one of them decides to take the other one's head off. So I think that's what's going to happen there. And that is really all the picks that we have for AEW Double or Nothing, which happens tomorrow night. There'll be plenty of other coverage on this 24-hour stream, talking all things AEW Double or Nothing. Pluggo's going to be at Saturday night's main event tonight. I wish they gave you a better card because, my God, that looks like it sucks. But
there's some fun matches on it. But if you're there, come take a picture with me. Come say hello. I'm going to take a nap, though, because I got to drive up there.
Yes, you're going to have a fun time. It's going to be fun there live, but boy, oh boy. They mailed that one.
This has been pre-recorded the whole time. It ain't 5 a.m.
Yeah, they mailed that one in, let me tell you. But,
yes. Waiting, baby. What can you expect?
Yeah. But we're going to get out of here. Thank you for hanging out early morning with us this last hour for our Owen Hart Memorial Tournament bracketology and our quick picks for Double or Nothing. Stay tuned. Jay Gold. Who's he?
Jay Gold. I think it's just him. I want to. Might be a solo Jay Gold project, but you put me on the spot there. I had it pulled up and then I lost it. Here we go. We got like 30 seconds. Jay Gold with a little kayfabe coffee. Okay. Talking a little AEW as well. So like you said, he'll get a little bit more in depth on some things. We just wanted to do some Owen Hart bracketology, change it up for you guys. You know where to find us. But follow these fine folks. We're worried about following more main event. Let's get to that 400 mark. Let's keep it pushing. Let's get to 400 after we go off there, because then we can be like, Kyle, boom, we're killers.
Yeah. Well, let us help us get there. But yeah, follow us, mainevent_.net. On the road to 400. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, and we will see you real soon. Peace out.